What's the first thing that you see?
Forest. A lake.
What does the forest look like?
Perfume trees.
Are there any other things besides evergreen trees?
Like grass, the lake. There's some larger rocks around the lake.
Describe what the lake looks like.
Very blue.
Okay. Do you see anything else in the horizon?
No, it looks very hilly
Very hilly.
and mountainous.
Mountains. Describe what the mountains look like.
Gray rock, not snowy.
Okay. Is it warm?
Warmish.
Okay. Look, do you have a body?
It's hard to see.
Look below you. Do you see anything?
It's hard to see.
Do you feel like you're a male or female?
I don't know if I can tell.
Okay. Do you feel young or old?
Young, I guess.
Do you feel
I feel energetic.
You feel energetic. You feel healthy?
Yes.
Do you feel like you're wearing anything?
Something brown.
Describe what is.
I don't know if it has fur or if it's like a leather.
Okay. Where is it over your body?
It's like a jacket.
It's like a jacket. Okay. And are you wearing any jewelry? Or anything on your hand?
I don't think so.
Are you holding anything?
No.
Okay. And do you have any legs?
Yes.
Are you wearing anything at all?
Same brown stuff.
Okay. Do you have anything on your feet?
No.
Okay. Describe your hair. Is it long or short?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel it.
Are you wearing anything on your head?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you feel like you're a man or a woman? You're a man. Okay. Young or old?
Young. Maybe middle-aged. I don't know.
Okay. I want you to walk towards your home. Do you see a path in front of you?
Yes.
Go ahead and follow that path and tell me what you see along the way.
Okay, go over a creek.
Okay.
And have to walk into the woods.
Do you see your home?
Yes.
Describe what your home looks like.
There is a clearing and there is smoke coming out of a chimney.
Is there anything around the front of the house or the side of the house?
Trees.
Okay. Go ahead and go inside the house. What do you see inside the house?
I don't know. I'm having a hard time.
Okay. Is there anybody there with you? Do you live with anybody?
No.
You live by yourself?
I think so.
Okay. Go to where. Is there any food in the house?
Yes.
Go to where the food is. And can you eat something? Is there something to eat?
There's cherries.
Okay. Go ahead and have a snack. Where are you snacking?
At the table.
Okay. Are you standing on the table or are you going to sit down? Or?
I'm standing.
You're standing. Is there any furniture around the table?
Chairs.
Chairs. Okay. And is there anything else in the cabin?
A bed.
On bed. Okay. Is it a big or a small bed?
A small bed.
Small bed. And is there anything else of your possessions in there?
There's a little fireplace.
It's a little fireplace. Okay. What do you do all day?
Fishing
You go fishing? Where do you fish?
in the lake.
In the lake? And what kind of food do you get out of the lake?
Big silverfish.
Big silverfish? Do you get a lot of fish out of there?
I think so.
Okay. Now, I want you to leave that seed and let's move forward to a very important day. A day that you consider to be very important, where something happens to you. Are you there now? What's the first thing you see on this very important day?
The sun.
The sun? Look up and then look down from the sun. Do you see anybody else or anything else around you?
No.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm in the meadow.
You're in the meadow? And are you carrying anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. And what are you doing in the meadow?
Hunting. Maybe I have a bow and arrow
Okay, you're hunting.
on my back.
Okay. And what are you hunting for?
I don't know. Small things.
Okay. Let's walk through the meadow. Tell me the first thing that you see.
I see birds. Small animals. No big animals.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Just walking.
Just walking? And is there anything else that's happening in the forest?
I feel like there's a bear,
There's a bear.
but I
Okay.
don't see a bear.
So what are you doing now?
Walking,
Walking?
but I feel like there's a bear.
Okay. Let's fast forward to an important event that happens today. What's the first thing you see?
Rocks by the lake,
Mm-hmm.
gray rocks,
And what are you doing?
hiding,
You're hiking?
hiding.
You're hiding. Where are you hiding from?
I don't know.
Okay. And how are you hiding?
Crouch down.
Crush down with. Look up and see what you're looking at.
Oh, I think it's that bear.
Oh, the bear's finding you? Are you trying? What are you trying to do with the bear?
I'm just defending myself,
You're just defending yourself.
trying to get away.
Okay. And what? Now what's happening?
I'm climbing up the rocks.
You're climbing up the rocks. And what's happening to the bear?
I'm getting in the water.
You get in the water. And where is the bear?
No, I don't know.
You don't know what the bear is?
I don't know.
Okay. So you're in the water. You don't have to be. You can step back and watch what's happening. You don't have to be the man. As you look at the scene, what do you see happening? You're observing.
I feel very confused.
You're very confused? Okay. Let's move forward to another very important day in this life, where something really big happens to you. What's the first thing you see?
Grass.
Grass.
Green grass.
Green grass. And look around. What else do you see? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you carrying anything?
No.
Okay. And as you walk through the grass, is there anything else that's catching your attention?
Something shiny.
Okay. Walk towards the shiny thing. What do you see?
A cave.
Okay. And go ahead and go inside the cave. What is this shiny thing that keeps your attention?
There's a rock or crystal or something.
Okay, describe what the crystal looks like.
It's bright white.
Okay, and where is this crystal?
In a rock in the cave.
In a rock in the cave? And what is interesting to you about it?
It's so shiny.
Did you want it?
Yes.
So what do?
I don't know how to take it out without breaking it.
Okay. So then what happens?
I need a tool.
Do you have a tool with you?
Yes.
What do you bring out?
A sharp tool.
Okay. And what do you do with the tool?
Try to etch around the stone.
Okay. And then what happens to the stone?
I can't get it out.
Okay. So then what do?
I go home.
You go home. How do you feel?
Disappointed.
Do you want to come back to it again?
I think so.
You can try again?
Yes.
Okay. So now you're back.
Tool.
Okay. So now you're back to it. Now what happens to you?
I still can't get it out.
You still can't get it out?
No.
You try a different tool?
I don't want to break it.
You don't want to break it? But you can't take it out unless you break it.
Maybe.
So what do you decide to do?
I think I break it.
You think you break it? Okay.
Oh.
So you have part of the gem, or none of it at all. Are you happy with the part that you got?
I think not.
You think not? So now what do?
I don't know.
Where do you go now with the gem?
I go home.
Okay. And now what do you do at home?
Ask somebody to look at it.
And who do you ask?
Another man.
Another man?
He's older than I am.
Okay. And where does he live?
In town.
In town. And why is he doing here?
I wanted to sell it.
So you ask him in town to come to see the gem that you wanted to sell?
Yes.
And is he looking at it now?
Yes.
And what does he say?
It's very nice.
Okay. And does he buy it from you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you get a good amount?
Yes.
Do you get a handsome amount?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens?
I still want the rest of the stone.
Okay. So what do you do now?
Get an animal. Bring an animal.
You're going to bring an animal to the cave?
A bigger tool.
And a bigger tool. Okay. So you're back at the cave? What did you bring with you this time?
A chiseling tool.
Okay.
A pointy tool.
Okay.
And a scoopy thing.
Okay. And now what do?
Work at it.
Okay. And is it working at it? Is it coming apart?
Yes.
Is more of it coming apart?
Yes.
Did you get all of it out this time?
Yes.
How do you feel?
Better.
Okay.
Accomplished.
Very good. Is there any other gems there?
No.
Okay, that's the only one that you saw.
Yes.
So then what happens?
I go back home.
Okay.
And I go to town.
Oh, so this time you go to town.
Yes.
Do you see the same man? The same merchant?
Yes.
And what do you say to the merchant?
Here it is.
And what does the merchant tell you?
Okay.
And so then what happens?
I get more money.
So you got even more money this time.
Yes.
So you got 2 transactions out of the same gem. And what do you do with money?
I go home. I move.
Oh, where do you move?
I move out west.
You move out west. And what's out west?
Nothing.
Okay. Where do you settle in?
I don't know.
What's the first thing you see out west that you are doing?
A wagon.
You're on a wagon.
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yes.
Okay. With your possessions?
Yes.
You're on a wagon by yourself, moving out west. And what's out west?
More land.
More land. Did you buy land there?
Yes.
You bought land there. Tell me about the land that you bought there.
In Arizona.
You bought land in Arizona. And describe this land.
Very dry, but lots of land.
And what do you do with the land?
I want to find stones
Okay.
on the land.
And so then what happens?
I have to build a house.
Okay. And what kind of house do you build?
Small.
A small house?
Small.
Okay. So you built your house, and what do you do all day?
Look for places to find stones.
Okay. Do you find anything?
Yes.
What do you find?
Colorful stones.
You find colorful stones. And what do they look like?
Bright colorful stones.
What colors are they?
Green and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do to mine these stones?
I have to chisel with sharp tools.
Okay. You do it by yourself?
For a long time, yes.
For a long time by yourself? And describe this cave. Did you get it in a cave, or where did you get these gems?
From the ground.
Oh, from the ground. Okay. And describe the process of getting the gems out of the ground.
There's hillside
Mm-hmm.
by my house.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it on your property?
Yes. And I dig in there and break things up.
Okay. Do you get enough to sell?
Yes.
So what do you do when you get enough? Where do you go?
I go to town and sell them.
Okay. Do you get a handsome amount?
Yes. They're for jewelry.
They're for jewelry. Okay. And do you keep doing this? This is your job all day? This is what you do all day?
I think so. For a long time.
For a long time? And what do you do with all of the money?
I moved to the city. Big city.
You moved to the city now? Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do in the city?
I don't know. Something with money.
Okay. What do you do with the money?
It's like I'm changing it for people, but I'm not a bank.
Okay. So what
It's
do you
just by myself.
Okay. Are you loaning people money?
Maybe
And what do you get back?
more money.
Okay. And
Like
what do
different kinds of money.
Okay. And what do they do with the money?
Travel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's move to a very, very important day in this life. One where something big happens to you. What's the first thing you see?
A boat.
A boat. And what's going on in the boat?
People are getting on the boat.
And where are you?
Watching people get on the boat.
And where is the boat going?
Across the ocean.
Across the ocean. Where to?
China or Japan.
Okay, and what are you doing?
I'm getting on the boat now.
You're getting on the boat too?
I have luggage.
Okay, and where are you staying in the boat?
In a room by myself.
Okay, and are you an old man this time?
Yes, older, yes.
You older?
I have a long jacket.
You have a long jacket? It's just you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're at, where's the destination you're at?
Japan.
You're in Japan. And what do you do in Japan?
Something with money.
Okay.
Changing it. Changing money.
Okay. So you work with exchanging money?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of boat is this? Is it like a cruise boat?
Big boat.
Okay.
Lots and lots of people.
Okay. Okay. Is it, and how do people in Japan move around?
I don't know. Bikes?
Bikes?
I see bikes.
You see bikes? Do you see anything else?
No. No cars.
No cars? Okay. Okay. And what are you wearing?
That long jacket still,
Long jacket.
but it's hot.
It's hot. Okay. I want you to move forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime that we are watching. What is happening and what do you see?
I'm choking.
You're choking. And what are you choking on?
Food.
I'm choking on food? And what's happening?
I'm coughing.
Okay.
And everything gets very dark.
Okay. Well, you're on the other side of it now. And there's no physical temptations, so you can talk about it. Now, whatever has happened has already happened and you're on the other side. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
I did well,
Mm-hmm.
but I was lonely.
So you were lonely. Okay. What do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
Feel successful.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was in the right place at the right time.
Right. Now, what did you learn from following through with the first gem?
Perseverance.
Mm-hmm. You kept coming
You
back.
need a bigger tool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you learn bigger and bigger solutions.
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think was the purpose of continuing to advance to the next level after you overcome one challenge to another? What was the
graduation?
Graduation. Okay. Well, you're on the other side now, and you can go into the spirit world if you want to explore that, or you can get back on the cloud and move and float away to another time and place that you want to explore. You can either move forward in time or backward in time to a perfect time and place. And when you're ready, the cloud will stop. What do you see below you? What's the first thing you see?
I'm at a beach on the shore.
Okay. And describe what the beach looks like.
The water is very dark. The beach is sandy.
Mm-hmm.
The water is very choppy.
Okay. And what is around the shore? Describe the scenery.
There's like a boardwalk and there's chairs in the sand, but nobody's there.
Okay.
It's very stormy.
Very stormy. And do you have a body?
Yes.
Okay. Are you man or woman?
A woman.
Okay. Are you wearing anything on your body?
Bathing suit.
You're wearing a bathing suit. You wearing anything on your feet?
No.
Are you having anything on your hair or your head?
A swimmer's cap.
The swimmer's cap. And are you holding anything on your hand or wearing any jewelry?
No, I have a towel.
You have a towel. Okay. And are you by yourself?
No.
Who's with you?
A man.
A man. Describe what the man looks like.
Tall, dark hair. Very slender. Very tall.
Very tall. Okay. And what is he doing?
Telling me to go inside.
You go inside? Okay.
We need to go inside.
Okay. Alright, so what happens next?
We go inside. There's other people in there.
Who's in there?
A whole bunch of people.
And
They're looking at the water.
They're looking at the water? And whose home are you in?
It's not a home.
What is it?
It's like a beach club.
It's a beach club? Okay.
A fancy. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a club.
It's kind of a clubhouse?
Yes.
Like a country club?
Yes.
Okay. And describe what the club looks like. The clubhouse.
Lots of glass windows.
Lots of glass windows. And what is everybody else wearing?
Nice clothes.
Describe the clothes. What is the woman
Lots
wearing?
of white, like tennis outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And super East Coasty.
Okay. And what are the men wearing?
White pants. Golf shoes. Light colored shirts, pink and yellow.
Are they t-shirts or what kind of shirts are they?
Like polo shirts, like
Polo.
golfing shirts.
Okay. And what is everybody looking at in the ocean?
How bad the weather is.
And what's happening?
It's getting very windy and stormy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lightning out across the water.
Okay. And what else is happening? What are you doing?
Trying to get away from the people. I want to go home.
Okay. So, how do you get home?
We have to drive.
Okay. You and the man?
Yes.
Who is this man?
I think he's my husband.
Your husband? And now, what are you driving? What kind of car are you driving?
A black car.
A car?
Old style car, old style.
Okay. Does it have a motor?
Yes.
Okay. And as you're driving to your home, describe what your home looks like.
Has lots of wood and big glass windows and red.
Okay. And go ahead and go inside your home. Describe what you see inside it.
Red carpet.
Okay. Is there anything else?
The kitchen. And I see a dining table.
Go ahead and get something to eat. Get a snack from the kitchen. What's your husband doing?
He's reading the newspaper.
Okay, and what does the newspaper say?
I don't know.
Okay. What do you do all day?
I stay in the house.
And
do house stuff.
You do house work? And what does your husband do all day?
He works in finances.
Okay. Works in finances? And what do you do when he's at work?
Take care of the house.
Okay. Let's move forward to a very important day in your life. One where something big happens and changes your life. What's the first thing that you see?
I'm having a baby.
Okay. Are you having a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Describe the girl.
Um, hmm. I see.
Is she healthy?
Yes.
Okay.
She has dark hair.
Okay. What do you call her?
Marley?
Marley? Okay. And what's happening? Where's your husband?
We're taking her home.
You taking her home? Okay. And when you get home, is there anything else that's happening?
No, we're ready for her.
Okay. Let's move forward to a very important day. One where something big happens to you.
Oh, the house burns down.
How did the house burn down?
An appliance did something.
Okay. Did everybody make it out okay?
Yes.
Where were you in the house when it happened?
I was downstairs.
Okay. And where was your daughter and your husband?
My daughter was with me.
Okay.
My husband wasn't there. Oh, he came home and saw it burning.
Okay. And you and your daughter were outside?
Yes.
So describe the scene. What's the first thing you're seeing?
The fire's so big.
Okay.
It's over the whole house.
Okay. Did it catch anything else?
No.
Okay.
Our neighbors are not close.
Neighbors not close. So it burns down?
Yes.
And then what happens after it burns down?
We have to move.
Okay, where do you move?
You live with parents.
Okay.
I don't know if they're my parents.
Okay. And where do they live?
In the city.
In the city?
In New York.
In New York? What city in New York?
New York City.
They live in New York City? And describe what their home looks like.
It's an apartment.
An apartment? Okay.
There's no trees.
No trees. Okay. What does your husband do all day?
Financial stuff.
Same
He works
job?
on Wall Street, I think.
Okay. So he works on Wall Street. Let's move forward to another very important day in his life. One where something big happens. Tell me the first thing that you see.
I'm at a funeral.
Whose funeral?
It's my mom's funeral.
And what happens?
Everybody's very sad.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I'm very sad.
Okay. And who else is there?
My husband and my daughter. She's older.
Okay. Is she by herself?
No, she's with us.
She's with somebody?
With us.
She's with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what does your daughter do all day?
She's in school.
She's in school? And what is she studying?
I don't. She's in high school.
She's in high school?
Only like 15 years old.
Okay. Let's move forward to the very last day of your life in this lifetime that you're watching. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm very sick in a bed.
And what are you sick of with?
Something with my stomach.
Something in your stomach? And what happened to your stomach?
I couldn't eat anymore.
Okay.
And I became very tired.
Okay. And where is your family?
They're around me.
Around you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's ever happened has already happened and you're on the other side of it. You can talk about it now. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
I was very comfortable. Things were pretty good. I don't know what to pay attention to.
You don't know what to pay attention to? What do you think was the purpose of that life? It was a very comfortable existence.
I don't know. I lost everything in the fire, but I had my family.
Okay. And your family found a new home.
Yes.
Okay. So you settled into a new home. So things come and go, but you have your family.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, you are now on the other side of it, on the spirit side. You can go and investigate the spirit side, or you can get back on the cloud. What are you going back on the cloud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to go back on the cloud, and we're going to travel through time and space. And when you get the very appropriate time and place, go ahead and stop. What's the first thing that you see below you?
A table.
The table. Describe the table.
Big, thick wooden table.
Okay, and what's around the table?
A dirt floor.
A dirt floor. And what's around that?
A stone house.
A stone house. Okay.
With like a grassy, thatchy roof.
Okay.
And a fireplace.
Fireplace. Do you have a body?
Yes.
Are you a man or a woman?
Woman.
You're a woman. Young or old?
Old.
Old. Are you healthy?
Yes.
Okay. What are you wearing?
Raggedy clothes that I had on a long time.
Okay. Are you wearing anything on your feet?
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Leather shoes.
Leather shoes. Okay. Are you have anything on your head?
I think so.
What is on your head?
Kind of a leathery kind of hat.
Okay. And are you holding anything?
Broom.
A broom? And what are you doing with that broom?
Cleaning. Putting the bad stuff outside.
Okay. And do you live alone in this stone house?
No.
Who lives with you?
My husband.
Your husband? And describe your husband.
He's older too.
Mm-hmm. And what do you guys do all day?
Just make food and exist.
Okay. And how do you get your food?
We grow it.
You grow it? Where do you grow it?
In our garden.
In your garden?
And we have animals.
And what animals do you have?
A cow
Mm-hmm.
and goats.
Okay. So you have a little farm?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have anybody else that lives with you?
Not anymore.
Who used to live with you?
Our daughter.
And where is she?
She lives somewhere else.
Where does she live?
I don't.
Okay. Does she come by anymore?
Yes.
She does come by? Does she come by and visit by herself?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to move forward to a very important day in this life. One where something big happens. What's the first thing that you see?
I feel very thirsty.
Okay. You're gonna get something to drink?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Going in water from a bucket.
Okay. And what are you doing all day?
Tending the house, making sure there's a fire.
Okay.
Trading for food.
What are you trading for food?
I have apples.
And
I want fish.
Oh, okay. Who do you trade with?
A neighbor.
A neighbor. Okay. And describe the neighbor.
He's a younger guy. He's pretty broad-shouldered.
Okay.
Pretty big guy.
Okay. And where's your husband?
He's working the farm.
He's working the farm. Okay. I want you to move forward to a very important day where something big happens in his life. What's the first thing that you see?
My husband's on the ground.
What happened to him?
He got hit in the head.
By what?
A rock or a log or something.
What was he doing?
Messing with the tree.
Hmm.
Like cutting it down, maybe.
So then he got hurt by the tree?
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening to him?
He's bleeding.
He's bleeding? Where is he bleeding from?
His head.
And what are you doing?
I'm very worried.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
So what happens next?
He lays in bed, but he doesn't.
He doesn't make it? So what do you do now?
I'm very lonely.
You're really lonely? Where's your daughter?
She comes.
What did she do?
She wants me to move.
To where?
To live with her.
Okay. And where did she live?
Away. It's not the city.
Okay. Where did she live?
Another house.
In the house?
Yeah. I don't feel like anything has a name. Or I don't know.
Okay. And what do you do all day?
Tend house for her.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we have food.
Okay.
Make sure everybody's comfortable.
Okay. And what does your daughter do all day?
She sews.
She sews. Okay.
Or makes shoes, maybe.
Okay.
Shoes.
So she's a seamstress? Does she live by herself?
No.
Who lives with her?
There's a man and a child.
Okay. Is the child hers?
Yes.
Boy or girl?
A boy.
Okay. And what's her husband like?
He's skinny.
Okay.
He has a hat. He's taller than me.
Is he good to your daughter?
Yeah.
So you like
They're
him?
good together.
They're good together. Okay. I want you to move forward to the very last day of your life in this lifetime that we are watching. What is happening? What do you see?
Oh, I'm sick in bed.
Okay. What happened to you?
I didn't feel good and I laid down and then I was gone.
Okay. Well, whatever happened has already happened and you're on the other side of it. You can talk about it. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
Keep going.
Okay? You keep going even if you lose somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think was the purpose of the life?
Find joy in small things.
Okay. Enjoying small things.
Be in the moment.
Okay. You were really sad when you lost your husband?
Mm-hmm.
It was a very sad day.
Mm-hmm.
Was it hard to move on after he passed away?
Yes.
Was it hard to find joy in small moments?
Yes.
Was he a good husband?
Yes.
And you loved him very much? Mm-hmm. Did you live a long time without him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So did he die kind of young? Or relatively young?
Maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was it like a decade or more that you were alone?
Yes.
Okay. The purpose of life is to find joy after you became a widow. Okay. Is there any other things that life taught you?
We have all the tools we need.
We always have the tools that we need. Okay. Now, what's happened has happened. And we're going to drift away from that scene, leaving the person there to continue their own path. Now that you've visited some significant memories, let's move forward and talk to your subconscious. May I speak to Kate's subconscious, please? Do I have permission to speak to Kate's subconscious?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Kate's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to her in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes that she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
You chose to bring forward in the first lifetime where she was a young man who lived in the cabin in the woods by himself. But he found a gem in his property in the cave. And he pursues to get that gem. And from that gem, he was able to buy new land in Arizona and mine even bigger gems on his homestead, which eventually brought him great wealth. And he became a wealthy older man who ended up traveling to Japan and working in money exchanges. Why did you pick that lifetime for her to see?
It's okay to use the earth. Don't have to feel bad. You're here to interact with it.
So don't feel bad. You can find your livelihood with the earth.
Yeah.
Is that something that she's doing in this lifetime as well?
Yes.
She's living off the earth?
Yes.
Okay. And you also brought the second lifetime for her to see where it sounded like it was a female debutante in a wealthy family. Her husband worked in Wall Street and she had a daughter. And they lived a pretty affluent life in New York City. It was a very comfortable existence. Why did you bring that forth for her to see?
It's been comfortable. It's okay.
So it's okay to be wealthy.
Yes.
It's okay to be taken care of.
Yes.
And it's okay to not have worries.
Yes.
Or problems. Okay. Well, she shouldn't have any money issues or stereotypes about money and successful, wealthy people.
No.
Okay. And her and her family, they were good people.
Yes.
Okay. Where does she get the thought that being wealthy and successful are negative things?
I don't know.
Because that lifetime really showed her that you can be happy and successful and not have any negative attachments or views about money. Now you chose to bring forth in the last lifetime. It really affected her, where she was living on a farm with her husband in a rock house, a house made of pebbles. And her husband passed away from an accident cutting a tree down. And she lived her senior years very lonely with her daughter and her family. Why did you bring that lifetime over for her to see?
When we see each other again, we all see each other again.
Mm-hmm. Is some of the people in this lifetime, in her lifetime now?
Yeah.
Who?
David.
So her current husband is her past husband from the third lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. And who else in that lifetime does she share this lifetime with? Amara, her daughter?
Yeah,
So she has the same daughter?
but she was not the daughter.
But she was not the daughter. What was she?
She was the grandchild.
Oh, she was the grandchild. Okay. So in that lifetime, the grandchild is her daughter in this lifetime.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the other lifetime where she was, in the second lifetime where she lived in New York City? Were those the same husband and daughter?
I think so.
Okay. So she's married.
But not daughter, husband, the other way around.
Oh, in the lifetime when she was in New York City and she was a debutante, her daughter's soul was her husband.
Yes.
And the soul of her daughter in that lifetime is her husband.
I can't tell.
Okay. So they do a little switching around. Why did they switch around like that? Why did they switch roles? Because they want to?
Yes, they're both caring.
They're both caring. Okay, they just want to try different roles. Okay. Well, we also have some other questions as well, because she has some migraine issues in her body and some neck and back pain. Can we please have a body scan?
Yes.
Can you please tell us if you find anything on her body? Are you doing the scan?
Yeah.
And what are you scanning right now?
The head.
Are you finding anything in the head?
It feels hot.
Why is it hot?
No.
Okay. Are you healing her head?
Yes.
And what are you doing to it?
Sealing. Closing it.
Why is it open?
It's too open.
It's too open. How did it open?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you healing it now?
Yes.
Okay.
It needs a filter.
It needs a filter. Okay. And how can she filter? How can she put a filter in it?
Listen to better. Better input.
Listen to better input? Okay. So she needs to be a little bit more choosy in what she puts in her brain?
Yes.
Okay. Not just accept everything?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the cause of her migraines?
No.
Okay. What is the cause of her migraines?
Muscles.
Muscles. Okay. And how can she address that and fix that?
Stop bad habits.
And what are the bad habits that cause the migraines?
Playing with hair.
Playing with hair. And what does she do with playing with hair that causes these migraines?
Pull on my neck.
Okay. So her hair is pulling on her neck and causing some of these migraines.
Yes.
Okay. Are you healing the migraines right now?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go down through her body, do you notice any other areas that need addressing?
The hips.
And what's wrong with the hips?
They're sore in the back.
Okay. And how did they become sore?
Need to walk more.
Needs to walk more? Okay. So are they sore because of inactivity?
Yes.
Okay. So she needs to walk more, be more active?
Yes.
And that will help address the soreness in her body?
Yes.
Okay. So her body just kind of has some fatigue from not being in use?
Yes.
Okay. Are you healing her whole body?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Now, she has some questions for you also that she would like to have answered. The first question that she has is, does she have any lifetimes that she shared with her parents?
Yes.
And what lifetimes did she share with her parents?
Recent. They're around.
And what lifetimes did she share?
Recently.
Recently. Okay. Is there any more details you can give?
There's something about water.
Something about water?
On the ocean, maybe?
Okay. And why now she shared some lifetimes with her spouse, David, and her daughter. Did she share any other lifetimes with her brother?
No.
No, this is the first time that they've...
Yes.
So why did he pick this soul group to come into, since everybody seems to have a couple of lifetimes together already?
Support.
To support? In what way?
His journey.
For his journey?
Learning.
So, is he a young soul?
Yes.
So her brother is a young soul, and he chose a soul group that already had a couple lifetimes so that he can get support and learn from them?
Yes.
Okay. And what about her friend, her significant friend Jessica? Did they share any other lifetimes?
One.
And what lifetime was that?
New York.
Oh, they shared the New York lifetime. And what was she?
She was my friend.
She was a friend there as well?
Yeah.
So she also had a comfortable existence?
Yes.
Okay. Now she has some questions about her childhood. Her childhood is very, very happy. She really has no issues with her childhood, and she has no anger, grief, worry, stress, or fear that came through from her childhood. Her parents were very good parents. Now she also wonders, why is her childhood so drama free, and why did she pick that? Unlike her husband, who has a more troubled childhood. She was just kind of curious about that.
Good foundation.
Good foundation.
Good foundation.
Okay. So she didn't really need or was interested in the tougher life lessons from her parents?
No.
Okay.
Adulthood will be tougher.
Adulthood will be tougher. And what are some of the challenges in her adulthood that she's going to struggle with?
Loss.
Loss of what?
Parents.
Loss of the parents. Okay. And will her husband and daughter be there to support her through it?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other losses that she's going to have a hard time coping with?
No.
Okay. Now, she knows that she is enough, but she really struggles to really own feeling that she's enough and owning that, because she really has some challenges with her career that she would like to get some clarity and answers for. Can you give her any information about what path she should take in her career?
No. With the earth.
Stay with the earth? Okay.
Yes.
So her livelihood will be from working with the earth.
Yes.
Okay. Now her anxiety comes from financial worries. Will that anxiety go away as she builds her business?
Yes.
Okay. So anxiety is just really based on just uncertainty about the future of her business.
Yes.
Okay. And with her business, she grows hemp. and they're looking for another place to farm. What recommendations do you have for her and her husband in finding farmland?
Keep going.
Keep going where?
Move to the parents.
Move to the parents?
Mm-hmm.
So keep going south?
Mm-hmm.
And how far south should they go?
Until they have support.
Until they have support?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what things should they look for the land?
Land with a house.
Look for land with a house?
Mm-hmm.
And should they buy it or lease it, or how should the transaction go?
They should buy it.
They should buy the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the house, should they look, does it have to be new or old, or is it going to be a fixer-upper? What do you recommend?
It's old, but it's nice.
It's a nice old house. Okay. And the land, how big of a land should they be looking for?
10 acres.
10 acres?
Mm-hmm.
Will they find, is that what they're going to start with, or are they going to have more land?
10 acres to start.
So just start with a nice 10
Mm-hmm.
acres, okay? And a decent old house to live in, okay? But they should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They should buy it. And how are they going to buy it? Are they going to get support from their family?
Yes.
Okay. Will their family support them in buying and financing this house?
Yes.
Okay. And how can they compensate the family back? Should they compensate them back?
Be around.
To be around? Okay. So they just want to be a part of your life.
Everybody would be around.
Everybody will be around. And why would everybody be around?
Because everybody will live there.
Oh, everybody will live there. So everybody's going to be living in this house.
On the land.
Everybody's going to be living on the land. Okay. So are they going to build a couple houses on the land?
Yes.
Okay. So the parents will also build a house on the land?
Yes.
And how many homes will be on this land?
2.
2. Okay. One for her family and one for her parents?
Yes.
Okay. So they will work the land together.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of things should they plant on the land?
A vegetable garden.
Okay. And what kind of vegetables?
Tomatoes, lettuce, potatoes, beans, strawberries.
Okay. And what do they do with all these vegetables that they grow?
Eat them.
Eat them. And how do they make money off the land?
Hemp farm.
So they do grow 10 acres of hemp farming.
Yes.
Okay. And how do they sell the hemp?
Roll them up.
They roll them up. So that's kind of what she's doing right now. What recommendations do you have for her finding people to sell it to?
Call.
Call. So cold call.
Yes.
Okay. So call a list of people. And is there any other contracts that she should have?
No.
No. Okay. And will she build a very nice, large book of business?
Yes.
Okay. And what other recommendations do you have for them?
Keep going.
Keep going.
The support is there.
The support is there. Okay. Just grow the hemp. Keep calling and calling businesses to offer their product. And what other kind of products do they make out of the hemp?
Paper.
They make paper. Okay.
And clothing.
Oh, they make clothing out of it. Okay. And is there anything else?
Purses.
They make purses. Okay. And do they even sell hemp itself?
Yes.
Okay. So they sell lots of hemp, just raw hemp?
Yes.
Okay. And when they sell raw hemp to companies, what should they look for with these companies?
Earth-friendly goals.
Earth friendly, okay. And should they be working with contracts to make sure that all the details are written out?
Yes.
Okay. Should they always use contracts for everything that they do?
Yes.
This protects them and also their customers?
Yes.
Okay. So always have a contract when you're doing any kind of business, even if it seems simple. Okay. Now, most of their sales, are they from just selling raw hemp?
No.
No. Okay. Where does most of the sales come from? Hemp tokes. Okay. So they make a lot of different things, but they also sell raw hemp to manufacturers.
Yes.
Okay. And how will they find these manufacturers to prospect and sell their goods to?
They'll find me.
They'll find you. And how do they find you? Oh, they will find you. Okay. And they will find you through like the website or through
The product.
through the product. Okay. Wonderful. And is there any other recommendations that you have for their business that they're doing?
No.
No. Okay.
It's good.
It's going to be good. And how far away? How much longer will they go before they find this property?
2 years.
2 years. And what do they do in the 2 years in the meantime until they find this house?
Live in their house.
Live in their house. And where do they grow their hemp?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it don't.
Maybe don't.
Mm-mm.
So what do they do for income in the meantime?
Just buy hemp.
Just buy hemp. And do they buy hemp and they just make it in the meantime?
Yes.
Does her or her husband take another job to help support in the meantime, or
No.
no? So they both just buy hemp and make stuff out of it.
Yes.
Okay. Until they and their family can find a property to move this business into.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other recommendation you have for her career?
No. It's on track.
It's on track. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to. Okay. Now, she also has some questions about a couple different things. She wants to know how she can get out her own way. She really second guesses herself a lot.
I don't think so much.
Stop thinking so much. Just follow the lead.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also, she's trying to be more patient with herself and others. But sometimes it's really hard for her to be patient with things because she wants things to happen a certain way or happen faster. What recommendations do you have for her about that?
There is enough time for everything.
There is enough time for everything. Okay. And is there any recurring themes in her life?
No. Money's okay.
Money is okay. Okay. So they'll be fine. There'll be a nice flow of money, and they do have support if they need some help.
Yes.
But overall, they need to work with their parents to find that property so they can start that hemp farm business.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, she wants to know what her purpose is. Is there a specific purpose that she has for this lifetime?
No, be an example.
Okay. Just be an example. All right. Just live by example. And then she has some sinus issues. Now, when you did the healing of her body, did you also remove the sinus issues and heal that?
Yes, they were hot.
They were hot. What was the cause of her sinus issues?
Blockage.
And how did they get blocked?
I don't know, letting too much in.
Letting too much in? Okay. So she's just basically overwhelming herself?
Yes.
Okay. So she needs to have a little bit more boundaries in her life. some boundaries, and some focus. And she really wants to help a lot of people, but then she gets overwhelmed. What's your recommendation for her to stay focused in her life and not get sidetracked? Slow down.
There's enough time.
Okay. And does she have any kind of like attachments or things, habits that she does that should be addressed?
It's okay. Don't overthink.
Okay, don't overthink it. Now she also has this paranoia around spray bottles. Can you give her some insight on why that is?
No.
Okay.
Quirky.
Why does she have paranoia around it?
I don't know. It's like somebody's looking at her.
Okay. If somebody's looking at it, is it attached to a past life or some kind of fear?
Fear, maybe.
A little bit of fear? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was also curious if she has any indigenous roots or lineage.
I don't see any.
So she does not have any lineage or indigenous tribes, any other lifetimes where she had one?
I don't feel.
Okay. And then the other thing is she has some interest in talking to some people on the other side. And she really just wants to check in on them and see how they're doing. And the first person she would like you to bring forward so that she can connect with is her grandma. Can you please bring forward her grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Grandma. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. What have you been doing with yourself lately?
Just waiting.
What are you waiting for?
Everybody else.
Everybody else to make it to the other side? How's everybody doing?
They're good.
Are you always around?
Yeah.
And how can Kate know when you're around her? Is there a sign or something you can show her?
Hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds? So whenever she sees hummingbirds, that's her sign that you're around her? Okay. And is there anything that you want to tell Kate?
No, she knows.
She knows? Can you give Kate a big, big hug and tell her how you feel? Because she just wants to just give you a big hug and say hi. Okay. Thank you for coming forward, Grandma. Now, can we please bring forward Thumper the cat? Yeah, how's Thumper the cat doing?
He's good.
Okay, Thumper the cat. So, what's it like on the other side as a cat?
So free.
So free. What do you do all day?
Whatever I want.
Whatever you want. Okay. Well, Kate really misses you and loves you. And just out of curiosity, would you ever come back?
Yes.
Do you plan on coming back?
Yes.
So is Kate and the family going to adopt a cat?
They did.
They did? And what happened?
They have 2 cats.
So 2 cats, okay. Are you going to reincarnate and come back to them?
Not as a cat.
Not as a cat. What are you going to come back as?
A dog, maybe?
You might come back as a dog?
No.
Okay, you still deciding?
Yeah.
But you are going to come back as one of their pets?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to come back when they have the farm?
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of land to them freeing. Okay. Well, what should they look out for when they come up, when they adopt you or find you?
I'll be gray.
You're going to be gray? Is there anything else that they should look out for? The reincarnation of Thumper the cat?
No.
Okay, you're going to be gray. But they'll instantly recognize you.
Okay.
Okay. And then the last person. that, oh, you know, one more thing. Can Thumb with the Cat please kind of rub against Kate and just give her a little bit of love? I'll see you again. Yeah. And then the last person that she really wants to connect with is Joe. Can you please bring forward Joe? Joe, she really misses you and she just wants to see how you're doing. How is it going on the other side?
It's good. No more pain.
No more pain? What are you doing all day?
I watched the Trudy and the girls.
Okay, so you watch your loved ones from the other side?
Yeah.
And how do they know when you're around?
They feel it.
They feel it? Are there any images or symbols that remind them of you when you're around that you bring up?
Mm-hmm. We have a special bench.
Okay. You have a special bench. And is there anything that you want to tell Kate?
No, she's got it.
She got it? Okay. Well, can you give Kate a big hug and wish her the very best in her business career?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's bring back forth the subconscious. Is there anything else that you want to tell Kate?
No.
Okay. Can you please give Kate a big, big hug for the rest of this journey? Now, I'm going to ask the subconscious to recede to where it belongs. With much love and thanks for the help and information it's given us today. I know she's really going to appreciate it. And I want the entities from the other lives that we were speaking to also recede in the past, to the time where they belong, with much love and thanks for the information they have given us today. How do you feel?
Wow.
Yeah.